Okay, coming up on GMSA, we're going to take a close look at TransGuide. We have had some issues again this morning. There's a live look at 410 and Culebra. I know that's out of focus right now, but we do see those flashing lights and quite a few headlights coming right at the camera. We'll talk to Stephen coming up. Now at 6, we're looking ahead to City Council today. They're expected to have big conversations following the deadly dog attack.
We live in an era where attacks have happened, and we have to be prepared for them to happen in the future.
That's Mayor Ron Nirenberg talking about the importance of joint training last night at the Alamo Dome in downtown San Antonio. The noise getting a lot of people's attention. We'll take you there. Plus,
the grand jury resumes today, but Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg has not indicated when or whether Trump could be indicted. If he is, that would be the first for a former sitting president.
And let's look out there with live cam. We're officially in spring, and it's going to start to feel like that. 68 degrees for now, a little misty, but we're going to check in with Mike to see when we will see some sunshine.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning, everybody. Rise and try to shine. It is Wednesday, March 22nd.
Thanks for joining us. Hope you're having a good week so far. You know, when I stepped out, I actually had my heavier coat because it has a hood, you know, for the mist out there. But then I took it off quickly because it was kind of humid.
It's very humid out there. Mike is here, and we were joking earlier in the newscast. We saw like a minute of sunshine yesterday. Today, we're hoping for 2 or 3.
Yes, we will see a little more sunshine than yesterday. And it was one of those where I was looking, it's like, yeah, there's that light spot, and then it was not there anymore. So it was tough to see any sunshine, and we'll see, like I said, more today. We do have mist and drizzle, and it's kind of, even though temperatures out there with all that, bless you, with all that humidity out there, it gives it almost that coolish feeling. But yeah, as far as a jacket, it doesn't need to be anything heavy by any stretch. At least we can kind of see the skyline there from our city cam down there, our live cam down at Brook City Bay. 68 degrees, dew point is still at 66, so plenty of humidity out there, helping out with patches of fog around the area. Still got 10 miles visibility at the airport, but Burning Stage, Kerrville now down to 5 miles, 7 New Braunfels, Randolph, Port SA, and Gonzales. So again, hints of that fog, and the only report of anything falling from the sky is at the airport, with a little bit of light rain still being detected out there. Everybody is a good 10-15 degrees above normal right now, in the mid to upper 60s, and all of this humidity. And you get above 60 for these dew point temperatures. That means you definitely feel it when you walk outside with all the humid conditions. Oak is moderate, mold is light, and throughout the rest of today, like yesterday, the clouds are going to be really tough hanging in here this morning. We'll still have a little bit of that mist hanging around here throughout the rest of the morning, and some patches of fog, mid 70s at noon. Then we'll start to see a couple more minutes of sunshine later on today, and we make it all the way up to 82. Add a few degrees to that tomorrow. That'll really be the only difference. We're going to be starting off identical tomorrow, but with the warmer temperatures and more humidity getting pumped on in here, that's setting the stage as the front moves through early Friday morning for some few showers and thunderstorms, even a couple of stronger ones. We'll talk about that and see what's in store in behind that for the weekend. Traffic Authority, Stephen, we had some lights and problems earlier. What's now?
More flashing lights here, Mike. Unfortunately, we've entered 6 a.m. with a few more flashing lights out there at 410 at Culebra. You may have seen this as we went to commercial break. This is actually a stalled vehicle that was reported out there in the northbound lanes. Now, notice traffic's getting pretty busy as we're getting closer to morning rush. So watch out for the crews out there. This does look like it's off in the shoulder lanes, and that could be a TxDOT Hero truck working to help that driver out. So they have the hazard lights on and the flashing lights. You know what to do. Move over, slow down. Again, that's reported. We mentioned it earlier, 410 northbound at Culebra Road. It's not causing issues just yet, but you saw that shot from TransGuide. It is getting a little busier out there, and stalls, at least for right now, seems to be the trending problem as we take you down over here to 35 northbound at Cesar Chavez Boulevard. Again, not causing any issues. I'm not seeing any delays in that area just yet, but it is early, so you have to make sure that you watch for those crews out there that are working to help these stranded motorists. Giving you a wide view of the metropolitan area. Thankfully, it's still pretty green out there. So if you have to head out in the next few minutes or so, now's the time to do it. You're going to have some empty roadways, and thankfully no delays here. Still pretty green from Seguin along I-10 westbound. About 30 minutes or so to the Alamo City. 33 minutes. That's the usual drive time along 87 northbound from Lavernia, and about 29 minutes for our friends down in Floresville. But let's get it back here to these flashing lights at 410 north at Culebra Road. You see that it is obviously getting busier out there minute by minute, so make sure that you move over or slow down anytime you see those flashing lights or hazard lights out on the highway, Mark.
Thank you, Stephen. Developing right now, San Antonio police investigating a shooting that sent a man in his 50s to the hospital. Happened a little after 4 this morning after a fight on the east side of town. This was the scene out on Aurelia Street, not far from Roland and I-10. Police tell us officers arrived to find a man shot. We're told he was shot by a woman who was found not far from the scene. She was detained and he was taken to a hospital. A weapon was found at the scene.
Looking ahead to San Antonio City Council today, they will be tackling some big issues, especially in the wake of the deadly dog attack. Mayor Ron Nirenberg says today during City Council, they will be hearing the comprehensive plan from Animal Care Services. He says they want to address future issues so the city can resource the right things. Now, we'll be at City Council today and bring you the latest in our later newscast and on our website at ksat.com.
Now to the courthouse where murder charges have been dropped against 24-year-old Reno Corrales of San Antonio. He was charged with the 2017 murder of Mark Rios. Rios was found at his Southside home with a gunshot wound. He later died at the hospital. San Antonio police connected Corrales to the murder, and he was set to go on trial yesterday. Court records show the case was dismissed due to a witness who failed to show up and testify.
And if you heard helicopters flying near downtown last night, we know why. Federal and local law enforcement teamed up for a joint training at the Alamo Dome. Our cameras were able to see those helicopters navigate their way into the corners of the Alamo Dome, drop off emergency personnel, and take off. The scenario was fake, but Mayor Ron Nirenberg says the need for this rehearsal is real. The training included first responders from the FBI, along with San Antonio police and fire. People nearby could see soldiers and hear those helicopters.
It's a drill. It's practice. It's not the real thing, but we want to make sure that anybody who needs to respond to the real thing will be ready.
Now, last night, the most noticeable thing probably was the helicopters, since most of the action appeared to be inside. The Alamo Dome was also used in military training last summer.
Other news this morning, SAISD librarians made their voices heard yesterday outside the district school board meeting. Many are rallying after finding out most jobs expected to be cut are mostly going to be felt in school libraries. This was a scene around 5:30 last night outside the board meeting. In a statement from SAISD, they tell us the library services will be provided by staff rather than certified librarians in most cases.
I am here to support all the librarians because our job is in danger. By cutting your librarians from our libraries and shutting those positions down, we're doing a huge disservice to our students in our community.
SAISD did go on to say they'll work with the people affected by the cuts and find them other positions within the district. Top of your morning headlines, all eyes on Manhattan as a New York grand jury could deliver charges against former President Donald J. Trump.
The charges come from his role in alleged hush money payments to an adult film star.
ABC's Jacqueline Lee is tracking new developments.
It's possible that in just a few hours, a grand jury will find that former President Donald Trump broke the law in a case involving alleged hush money payments made to adult film star Stormy Daniels just days before the 2016 election.
No one is above the law.
Demonstrators on both sides gathering in New York City as the former president calls on his supporters to protest.
I'm just not going to get into hypotheticals or any potential scenarios, but we are always prepared.
This comes amid a new development involving another federal investigation of the former president. Sources tell ABC News a federal judge determined that the special counsel investigating Trump's handling of classified documents presented compelling preliminary evidence that Trump may have broken the law. The special counsel argued that the former president's attorneys should be compelled to testify because Trump knowingly misled them to file a sworn statement that he knew was false. That sworn statement came in June when Trump's lawyer certified that a diligent search of his Mar-a-Lago estate determined he had turned over all the classified documents in his possession. 2 months later, when FBI agents raided the premises, prosecutors say they found more than 100 additional classified documents, including some in Trump's office desk. In a separate case in Georgia, Trump's attorneys filed a motion for that state court to throw out an investigation related to his alleged efforts to overturn the 2020 election. The U.S. Secret Service and NYPD are coordinating security plans in case Trump is indicted and arraigned in open court. Now, officials are watching for online threats, but at the moment, nothing serious at this point in time. Jacqueline Lee, ABC News, New York.
6:09 back here in San Antonio, 68 degrees.
Coming up later on Good Morning America, the new game that's changing the way some students learn how to read. That's on GMA beginning at 7.
Plus, an incredible survival story after a whale destroyed a boat in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. After the break, the remarkable way the crew was rescued.
Let's look out there with live cam. So yesterday we got a peek of sunshine. Hopefully we'll get another peek, maybe for a longer amount of time. For now, we're at 68 degrees. Hi, welcome back at 6:13. It's a story straight out of Moby Dick. A sailing vessel sunk by a whale.
Happened earlier this month in the vast Pacific Ocean, and now we're hearing the crew members' incredible survival story.
ABC's Andrew Dimbert has the story.
Welcome aboard Rain Dancer. This is our crew of misfits.
4 sailors say they're lucky to be alive. Their once-in-a-lifetime trip to French Polynesia nearly ended in disaster when a whale sank their boat. The crew of the Rain Dancer was 13 days into their 3-week journey. Captain Rick Rodriguez and his crew were eating lunch when they heard a bang. A crew member then saw a whale gushing blood.
It was purely an accident. They can sometimes be coming up very quickly to get a breath of air, and if there's a boat in the way, this type of accident can occur.
With the vessel sinking quickly, the crew gathered supplies, jumped onto a lifeboat and dinghy, and activated a GPS beacon. Captain Rodriguez sent frantic texts to a friend saying, "This is no joke. We hit a whale and the ship went down." And he added their coordinates. The crew was adrift in the Pacific for nearly 10 hours before they were finally spotted by another sailboat that came to the rescue.
These people were extremely lucky. They had all the safety equipment that they needed on board. They were able to call for help and get help in a timely manner.
Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
6:15.
Go ahead and check back with Stephen Cavazos.
Guys, we have a number of issues that we are tracking right now. Take a look there at 410 at Bandera. Now, we're working to get some information confirmed at this time, but notice those flashing lights out there. It's slowing down traffic, and this is out further in the distance. Again, this shot just came up from TransGuide, but we've been off and on the phone with them for the last few minutes because it does seem like 410 is being plagued with a few problems right now. We're going to get some more information on this particular incident, but you could see right now that is going to cause you some delays there. We'll work to find out the direction. But we also have that stalled vehicle that we mentioned a little bit earlier here at 410 at Culebra, not causing any issues there in the northbound lanes, but we also have a possible rollover crash that has been reported near State Highway 151. We'll show you that TransGuide camera in just a moment, but right now, let's give you a look at the metropolitan area. No other issues to report right now, so that's good news, but we are going to have to keep a very close eye on some of those cameras there. As you take a look, this is one of the incidents that we are going to have to work to get some information confirmed on, but again, this is 410 at Bandera, slowing down traffic. Believe we can get the shot here at State Highway 151 at 410. You can see that is along the access road, and it's not causing issues for the main lanes, but it has been a busy morning. This is the site of a possible rollover crash, and I believe this may be going 410 south. So watch out for those crews if you are driving along the access road. 410 stall, possible rollover, and another incident that we're working to get confirmed right now. So it is a busy morning for drivers.
And that's a really busy part of town this time of day as well.
It sure is, Mark.
Thank you, Stephen.
Thank you. And it kind of stayed a little dreary yesterday for the most part.
Yeah, it really did. I mean, we had that mist sticking around all the way in through noon and even early afternoon, a couple of peaks of sunshine. We will have a couple of more peaks of sunshine later on today. But this morning, you know, you need a light jacket just because of, very, very light, because it's so humid out there, and temperatures are going to be staying in the upper 60s. Mist, a little bit of drizzle, a couple of patches of fog here and there, and then, yes, some sunshine later on today, and we'll make it up to 82 degrees. So we are going to be definitely on the warm side. Notice that southeasterly wind is going to just continue to pump in all the lovely humidity out there. So that's going to set us up for tomorrow morning to be just about the same. Take a look at this picture, and this is a great, great shot right there. I love that. It almost looks like a painting or something. This is the Medina River Nature Area. That is Absolutely
stunning.
Gorgeous.
One of the prettiest rivers in our part of the state, Mike.
And all the foliage around there, it's great looking. Thank you very much for the KSAT Connect picture. All right, once again, we are able to at least see the skyline. It's not the prettiest view of it, but it's not anywhere near as thick as far as fog is concerned as what it was yesterday. And we don't have anything too awfully thick around the metropolitan area. A bit more along the Rio Grande, but that's pretty much it. We've still got to be on the lookout, obviously, this morning. Mid upper 60s, almost 15 degrees above normal right now as compared to the low temperature where it should be. Now, high yesterday did make it up to 72 here in town. We got up into the mid 80s down to the west and to the southwest. The normal high temperature is 75. Now, we are going to be topping that later on today, even some upper 80s and low 90s along the Rio Grande, and it'll be low 80s all around the metropolitan area, even a couple of upper 70s later on, because we'll see just a bit more sunshine, and this time of year it doesn't take much to heat things up that quickly. We will have some sunshine, like I said, later on today. Then clouds come back in here overnight. We'll still have some mist and drizzle around here and a little more sunshine in the afternoon tomorrow. Then we go into tomorrow night and early Friday morning, and the timing continues to kind of slow down as far as when this front's going to be moving on through here. So late tomorrow night, early Friday morning, we'll see some showers and a few thunderstorms that are going to be developing. And these will be hanging in here through most of the morning hours on Friday. Then we start to clear on out. As that front approaches late tomorrow night, there'll be the chance for a few strong to potentially severe storms, isolated to scattered ones, and then this area is going to work its way across the threat for severe weather, will work its way across here going into, and this would be Friday morning's threat for any severe weather, and then it's going to move on out, and we get much drier air coming in behind that front. But it's not going to be anywhere near as cold as what last week's front did. 75 degrees at noon. Cloudy skies. High temperature today makes it up to 82. A little more sunshine later on today, so that'll be nice to see. Clouds come back in here overnight. Same thing, same start tomorrow morning. And then sunshine in the afternoon tomorrow, and that front moves on through. And again, we'll have a couple of showers and thunderstorms, primarily Friday morning. Then we clear on out. Low humidity, great Friday afternoon, Saturday, a little more sun, a little more humidity Sunday, and then cooler start next week.
Cooler, 70s, yeah, after all the 80s we're
But
having.
that's more normal. Well, actually a little bit below normal because we are going to be on the warm side this weekend.
Anything you can do to help us embrace normal around here would be welcome. Thank you very much. 620, 68 degrees.
And just ahead, Oscar-winning actress Gwyneth Paltrow in court in a civil case where she's being sued for severely injuring a man in a ski accident. The details next in your GMA First Look.
Struggling with the highs and lows of bipolar 1? Ask about Vraylar. Because you are greater than your bipolar 1. And you can help take control of your symptoms with Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Vraylar treats depressive, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Proven full spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms. And in Vraylar clinical studies, most saw no substantial impact on weight. Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may mean a life-threatening reaction, or uncontrollable muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, weight gain, and high cholesterol may occur. Movement dysfunction and restlessness are common side effects. Sleepiness and stomach issues are also common. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. Ask about Vraylar and learn how AbbVie could help you save.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Gwyneth Paltrow in court.
She knew what she was doing was dangerous. She knew it was reckless.
The Oscar-winning actress being sued, accused of violently crashing into a man during a Utah family ski trip in 2016. 76-year-old Terry Sanderson says he has permanent brain damage and suffered 4 broken ribs after Paltrow slammed into him at the Deer Valley Resort. He is now seeking $300,000 in damages. The only witness of the crash, one of Sanderson's skiing acquaintances, taking the stand.
I looked over, and then about, maybe 1 or 2 seconds, and then I heard the scream, and then and then I see this skier just slam into the back of Terry.
We'll have much more on the Oscar winner's trial coming up at 7 a.m. Plus, legal expert Dan Abrams weighs in live. With your GMA First Look, I'm Eva Pilgrim, ABC News, New York.
In your morning consumer news, changes at TikTok amid the threat of a U.S. ban. The Chinese-owned app is clarifying its community guidelines and adding new policies on AI and climate misinformation. TikTok CEO is expected to promise firewall protection for Americans' user data when he appears before Congress tomorrow.
More ads are coming to Instagram. Parent company Meta is beginning to test ads in search results, and the goal is to reach people searching for businesses, products, and content. Instagram will also launch reminder ads as a way to help companies push upcoming events.
And Microsoft's launched Bing Image Creator. The company says the AI-powered tool will make the search engine more visual. The feature creates images based on text prompts. The Image Creator will be integrated with both the new Bing and Microsoft Edge.
And time now, 6:25 and 68 degrees for now.
Here's a look at what's coming up next half hour.
10 people, including law enforcement officers and hospital staffers, are now accused of murder in a Virginia man's death. I'm ABC's Justin Finch with what his family is calling for in his memory.
Outside with live cam. Don't really need a jacket this morning, but we've had some mist and drizzle, or we call it mizzle around here. Mike says 2 cold fronts are still in the extended forecast, so still to come around here. Welcome back, everybody. 6:30 on your Wednesday. It is March 22nd.
Happy Wednesday. Thanks for joining us. I made that mistake this morning because, it was kind of drizzling, so I took my jacket with the hood, but it was so warm I had to, remove the jacket right away.
Absolutely. So an umbrella still might be a handy accessory, at least for a little while this morning, Mike Osterhage.
Yes, and not everywhere, but just keep it handy because, some of this stuff just kind of pops up. But the only place that's reporting anything, and it is light rain, is out there at the airport right now. So obviously the roads are damp. As you can see, we've got visibility is okay out there. We don't have a lot of fog to deal with around the area this morning, unlike yesterday. 68 degrees, dew points at 66. So these numbers, when they are just, again, neck and neck like that, you've got relative humidities well up in the mid to upper 90s. And of course, you get the dew points above 60, and you definitely feel it when you step outside. 10 miles visibility at the airport. It's dropped a little bit now. Bernie Stage dropped slightly at Port SA. So again, this is now the time of the morning when we're going to start to see some of this fog kind of thickening up a little bit more. Everybody, first of all, consistent temperatures with the high humidity and the cloud cover. You don't get much variation around here, and we are averaging 15 degrees above normal. Everybody's got humidity, and everybody's got some oak out there, although it did drop down somewhat from the previous day's reading on the moderate side. Mold is light. The updated count's going to come out in about an hour or so. Morning drizzle, a little mist, some sunshine. We had a couple of peaks yesterday, a few more today, a little more sunshine. That's going to help to get us up into the low 80s. We got to the low 70s yesterday, and then tomorrow, pretty much the same thing. Bit more sunshine in the afternoon. We will be warmer, and then we'll start to see some showers and thunderstorms developing late tomorrow night out in the hill country, and then overnight and throughout the morning on Friday as that front moves on through here. Some of those storms could be on the strong side. There is going to be that potential, even some reaching severe levels with high winds and hail, and then we're going to clear out later on in the day. Now, this is not going to be a front like last week, even though the timing is almost identical, but this one doesn't have the cold air in behind it, but it will dry us out by Friday afternoon. So low humidity, and that's going to extend on into Saturday. Saturday looks fantastic. Increasing clouds and a bit more humidity on Sunday. Then another front after that. That one will cool us down somewhat going into next week. All the details in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, Stephen, what's the deal now?
Well, avoid 410 right now, Mike, here on the northwest side. In fact, San Antonio police are also advising drivers just avoid the area right now because they are working a major crash. We have a different viewpoint here now at Exchange Parkway. Let's get a wider look and show you what's happening out there because we have at least 2 lanes blocked near Bandera Road as well. Also appears a shoulder lane here at Exchange Parkway is blocked as first responders are working a major scene out there. This is going to cause big slowdowns for folks that are heading in the westbound lanes of 410 South near Bandera Road. Earlier, we reported it as an incident as we were working to get some details confirmed, but you can see now that that buildup, thankfully, it stayed steady right now, but we're likely going to see that continue to stretch if folks continue to drive near 410 in the northwest side. So again, we advise the same thing that San Antonio police advise, avoid the area if you can. Now let's take a drive down over here because unfortunately 410 has had many problems. We also had this stalled vehicle that was there near the northbound lanes. This isn't too concerning, but we take you a little bit further down. A rollover near 410 southbound at State Highway 151 on the frontage road is causing a little bit of a backup there. So we are off to a very busy start here along 410, but everywhere else, thankfully, it's still really quiet, but we are starting to see some of those slowdowns pick up along 1604 near US 90 on the far west side, as well as 35 on the northeast side just outside Loop 1604. No major delays right now if you are traveling into San Antonio. Thankfully, that journey from Boerne should be about 24 minutes at this hour. 28, a little bit of a slowdown along 281 southbound from Bulverde, and along 35 southbound, it should be about 30 minutes to the Alamo City. But again, avoid 410 here at Exchange Parkway if you can. We have first responders. You can see just some images of them out there on this TransGuide shot. We'll watch this area closely, but Mark, Steph, I imagine this will linger around for a little while, and unfortunately, it could lead to bigger backups if folks don't avoid the area.
Thank you, Stephen.
Very likely. Thank you, Stephen.
And now to a story we first told you about earlier this month. Neighbors claiming squatters were stealing their utilities.
Now, the city told those living at that house at 727 Morning View they had no authority to be there and there was no water service.
Patty Santos looked into that property, the person claiming ownership of the house, and why this is not a first for him.
I have never seen the likes of this before.
30 years of practicing law, but David Dilley says this case is unique.
I've never encountered someone who is just so relentless and who is just dangerous enough in the sense that he knows a little bit of the law and knows how to get free information, how to not have to pay for filing fees to file suits, and get enough free forms, legal forms left and right.
In July of 2022, he says Frank Herrera, with an alleged fake deed, moved into this property on the west side. The house was under renovation.
He was wrongfully claiming that it was his property.
Police called it a civil matter. Dilley says it took the owners 6 months to get him out. Now someone else is living there. His clients spent time and money fighting appeals all the way to the Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals, where the case remains pending. Herrera cost Dilley's clients thousands in legal fees. Court records show Herrera filed an affidavit of inability to pay costs, seeking a waiver intended for those who can't afford to pay. Dilley says he contested it, but a judge approved the waiver.
The system is in place for a reason for people that can't afford to pay filing fees, but he's taken advantage of the fact to use it more of as a sword than a shield for some sort of protection. He's trying to obtain things without earning them, without paying for them.
Court records show Herrera has 6 criminal case arrests dealing with theft. Dilley has filed a lawsuit against Herrera to protect his client from any future civil lawsuits regarding the house by barring him from filing more bogus suits. Herrera's motion to have the temporary injunction in Dilley's case thrown out was denied. The case is set to go to trial in November.
If you have filed 5 lawsuits in the last 7 years and you've lost those cases, you could be determined to be a vexatious litigant.
In March, neighbors on Morning View Drive called KSAT for help, claiming suspected squatters were siphoning utilities from them. The house belongs to Bexar County, but Herrera is now living there. Court records show he filed a new lawsuit in February, this time against the former owner of the house, claiming the property rightfully belongs to him. Court documents show the defendant has not yet filed a response to the case, which is set for a hearing in April. However, city officials showed up at the house Tuesday afternoon. A statement from the city attorney's office says it was determined the people inside had, quote, no authority to be there. KSAT reached out to Herrera by email. The man claims the property on the west side belongs to him, but he lost the case because he missed the court hearing. He also claims to have liens on a lot of other properties. Moving forward, the city says it is, quote, exploring all legal options to abate this dangerous situation to the neighborhood. Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
The effort to open the Uvalde School District's next elementary school is moving forward.
Community members got together last night, shared their thoughts on the school's location and its design. Uvalde CISD's Moving Forward Foundation is raising money for the project. Its leadership says the victims' families are also involved in the process.
So there are continued conversations happening about the ways that we can best honor the lives lost in a way that celebrates their lives.
The 2-story building would serve grades 2 through 4. The design is scheduled to go to the Uvalde School Board for approval sometime next month. Other stories are following this morning. 7 Virginia law enforcement officers and 3 hospital workers are now facing murder charges in the death of 28-year-old Ivo Otieno. earlier this month.
Yes, earlier this month. The officers and hospital staffers are seen on surveillance video pinning down Otieno, down before officials say he died of asphyxiation.
Otieno's family is now vowing to get justice. ABC's Justin Finch has more from Washington.
Virginia prosecutors releasing surveillance video capturing the sequence of events that the family of Ivo Otieno says led to his death on March 6th. Virginia sheriff's deputies seen bringing Otieno inside a psychiatric hospital admissions room where he's placed on the ground. A struggle follows, and for more than 10 minutes, authorities say deputies and hospital staffers are seen on top of Otieno, an apparent effort to restrain him. But Otieno loses consciousness. Medical staffers work to revive him to no avail.
Those 10 monsters, those 10 criminals, I was happy to hear that they were indicted. And that is just the beginning step.
Otieno's mother reacting to second-degree murder charges filed against 7 sheriff's deputies and 3 hospital staffers in her son's death. The chief medical examiner ruling Otieno was smothered to death.
He was just trying to breathe.
Authorities questioning the timeline, noting it took deputies more than 3 hours to call Virginia State Police to investigate. Prosecutors also saying there was a significant period of time between when Otieno died and when someone called 911. Attorneys for many of the defendants have said they will vigorously fight the charges. Otieno's brother remembering Ivo as a friend to many and hoping his loss sparks change.
He was loved by everyone in the community. He was battling with his mental health, and he was trying.
In Otieno's memory, his family is calling for an Ivo alert, a way for callers to notify authorities that their loved one is in mental distress and in need of help. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
And a decision could be coming from the Federal Reserve today and possibly another U.S. rate hike. The Fed has raised rates 8 times since March of 2022. Some analysts say the collapse of 2 U.S. banks this month could cause the Fed to hold rates steady and give the U.S. economy some breathing room. Economists say the Fed's repeated rate hikes are an attempt to curb inflation.
Now to California, where powerful winds have taken down trees and power lines, causing widespread power outages. We're talking about heavy rain and feet of snow in the mountains. And get this, there's more to come today. The latest downpour marks the historic 12th atmospheric river since December.
Really bad sometimes because I have no electricity.
We have saturated ground throughout the county, and so when we see these winds pick up, it knocks over trees. That takes out roads, and when the trees come down, that takes out wires, and that causes power outages.
Now, despite all of this, more than a third of the state of California remains in some level of drought.
And back here at home, we are just a few weeks away from the start of Fiesta. Our KSAT interns are excited to be a part of the festivities, and here's what they found out yesterday at Media Day.
It's Sarah, and I'm here with the Kazumba Dance Group, and they're helping me kick off the biggest party in the city. For more information, head over to ksat.com/fiesta. That's Fiesta, San Antonio! Not King William, it's Kelly here, and we're here in preparation for Fiesta with the King William Fair. For more information, go to ksat.com/fiesta.
Good job, guys. So that was KSAT interns Sarah Cervera and Kelly Marsh, and getting a sneak peek into the Fiesta San Antonio Commission's plans for Fiesta. So there are some changes to this year's events, including a new location for Fiesta Fiesta. That event will now be held at Travis Park. So this comes amid construction on Alamo Street at Hemisphere Park. There will also be 2 new official events, one held by Central Catholic High School and the other by the Girl Scouts.
All the organizations are really gearing up for a full Fiesta this year. We're very excited for the whole gamut of all the Fiesta events to be back to normal.
Fiesta begins April 20th and will run until April 30th.
It is game day. Tonight, our Spurs are hoping to bounce back. They fell short to the Pelicans in New Orleans last night. Final score 119-84. Tonight, the road trip continues. They'll take on the Bucks at 7. Milwaukee is the #1 team in the NBA.
Okay, go Spurs go. You never know.
Right now, 642, 68 degrees.
March is busy for our KSAT community, and after the break, some specific ways you can make a big difference in our city.
And now here's KSAT intern Lily Buckert with a look at what's trending now on KSAT.com.
San Antonio's famous Central Library is getting a big makeover, and it's almost ready to be shown off. The big Enchilada Library will reopen on April 1st after years of being under renovation. Central Library's upgrades include redesigned family and story areas for the Children's Library on the 3rd floor, as well as improvements to study rooms on the 6th floor's Texana and Genealogy department. The library is also getting its first fresh paint job in 10 years. For GMSA, I'm Lily Buckert.
This month in the KSAT Community Spotlight, it's a program called Guide by Your Side from the nonprofit Texas Hands and Voices.
For anyone just learning that their child or teen has been identified with some form of hearing loss, the need for support can be overwhelming. So the program is made up of specially trained parents of children who have some level of hearing loss, and the services and support offered by the guides are free and can be requested in Spanish or English. Now, Texas Hands and Voices hosts webinars for families with children who are deaf or hard of hearing. The next webinar will be on Monday, March 27th at noon. We have an article on our website at ksat.com with more details and a link to register. Now, the Chavez March for Justice is happening on Saturday. This is March 25th.
Coming up this Saturday, Bexar County High School seniors graduating this year and headed to college this fall are encouraged to apply to the Cesar Chavez Educational Scholarship.
The deadline is Friday, March 31st, and an article with details and a link to submission is online as well.
Okay, another scholarship from the United Way of San Antonio and Bexar County aims to support parents who are seeking a degree or job training with affordable, quality child care. Parents who are enrolled in college full-time or pursuing an associate's or bachelor's degree, enrolled in college part-time with a part-time job, or enrolled in a job training program may be eligible for a United Way Child Care Scholarship. The deadline for the fall 2023 scholarship submission is Monday, April 24, 2023.
And I saw some big problems out with TransGuide at Loop 410 at Exchange Parkway. Let's check back with our Stephen Cavazos.
Yes, this is what we have been talking about for the last 30 minutes or so. You can see those flashing lights out there. You may have also received a push notification on your KSAT mobile app. And if you didn't, you want to have those notifications turned on. Let's get a look there at this shot from TransGuide. And a 410, this is unusual. You never see it this quiet. We haven't received any notification from TxDOT that they are shutting down the highway. But you notice San Antonio police have at least 3 lanes blocked off. Also, the shoulder lane there. This is that major incident that San Antonio police are telling drivers just avoid the area if you can. And we echo that statement there. Again, 410, we do have a major crash that's been reported there in the westbound lanes just past Bandera Road. Our map has picked that up a little bit closer to Exchange Parkway. So see that buildup that's taking place. That's likely because a lot of people are not heeding that advice from San Antonio police. Again, avoid that area near Bandera Road on the northwest side. We take you a little bit further down. So we do have some good news to report here. We had a rollover crash reported at 410 southbound near I-State Highway 151, the frontage road. It looks like that's already cleared out, so I'm not too worried about that anymore, but we're going to start to see some buildup. But really quick here, have to take a jump up over here because this is also going to cause some big delays. An incident has been reported at 281 southbound near Redland Road. There's a big stretch of yellow that's building, and 281, a lot of folks travel through that area every morning, so expect some delays. We're going to have to find out what's going on there. But again, our morning is off to another busy start. You can see a lot of that red taking over the highway there. Just not a good scene, unfortunately. We wish we had more green out there, but we will work through it. We are taking a look at different shots here, and I want to bring it back to TransGuide. This is that incident I just mentioned at 281 at Redland Road. But obviously the bigger problem is going to, I believe, be out at 410 on the northwest side where we have that incident reported. Katrina Weber is working to get some details for us, but just not a good situation for anyone that has to hit the roads in the next few minutes.
Unbelievable week we are having as far as the commute goes here in South Texas.
On the roadways.
Watch it with the mist and drizzle.
Yeah, the weather, but also a lot of people going back to work and
True, that's
school.
true.
Traffic volume is higher this week, much higher in many spots.
Indeed. All right, on a much lighter note, always love a good breakfast buffet, and there's a new restaurant in town. It's Yvonne's house.
Oh my goodness.
So these guys greet her in the morning. No wonder. Because she feeds them dry cat food, crackers, cookies, marshmallows, peanut butter, and jelly sandwiches.
So you live down near here, Yvonne's way out far west side. Did she get your raccoons, Mike?
No, it's the squirrels I have problems with.
Oh, that's
so spoiled.
Yeah, and they look like they're very fat. But anyway, on behalf of the raccoons, thank you, Yvonne. So it's a great picture. All right, it's kind of murky out there by the airport. As you can see, the road is definitely damp. There's been light rain, mist, and drizzle being reported at the airport all morning long. Visibility is still good, but it is continuing to drop down somewhat there at Boerne Stage. Hints of fog around the area, not as thick as yesterday, but we just have to keep looking out for it over the next couple of hours. 15 degrees above normal on average. Temperatures aren't going to really go anywhere this morning. We will continue with some of the mist and drizzle, a couple of patches of fog. 75 at noon, and then a little bit more sunshine today than yesterday, and that'll get us up to 82, which is about 10 above yesterday, still about 7 above normal. South to southeasterly winds, 10, 20 miles per hour. That just continues to pump in all of the humidity around here, so we are going to do it all again tomorrow. So we've got somewhat clearing skies later on today, and then tomorrow more mist and drizzle in the morning. Then we'll clear out somewhat in the afternoon. Then the rain starts to work its way on in here, and the timing of this is continuing to kind of slow down a little bit. So this is not going to be until the overnight hours early on Friday as this front moves on through here. Then it's going to clear things out nicely. Now, as it moves through, it will touch off a couple of potentially stronger storms. So this will be late tomorrow night, and then this area of some isolated to potentially severe storms will work its way across the area in through the morning hours on Friday, with high winds and hail that are going to be the biggest threats for that. But in behind it then, it's not going to be cold like last week's front, but it will dry things out. So we're going to have low humidity Friday and Saturday, a couple of fantastic days. A little more in the way of humidity on Sunday. 75 degrees at noon today, cloudy skies, high temperature all the way up to 82. It's going to be a humid 82 degrees with a bit more in the way of some sunshine. Tomorrow then, start off identical to today, mist, drizzle, very warm, very humid, 85 in the afternoon. The front's going to move through early on Friday. Some showers and thunderstorms develop overnight. Then we clear on out. And like I said, Saturday's going to be fantastic. A little more humidity and another front then by the first of next week. More after this.
Good morning, I'm Katrina Weber, live on the west side at the scene of a crash involving a pedestrian, a woman who was walking on the highway and was hit. This is southbound Loop 410 just past Bandera Road. This is where it happened around 6 o'clock this morning. Police tell us that a driver told them that he was driving along, a car in front of him swerved, and then he saw why. There was a woman on the highway who was hit. She's taken to a hospital and was able to get up and walk. The car involved is right here. It ended up here on the access road. In the meantime, 2 lanes of 410 are shut down near Bandera. Reporting live on the west side, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
We'll see you at 9. Have a good day.